Beat. That's my beat.
Beep, beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep.
That's my beat.
Beep, 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 beep.
There's been a lot of talk about Helen Keller today.
Who?
Do you know how Helen Keller died?
I do not know how Helen Keller died.
She fell down a well and screamed her hands off. Everybody, welcome to Grown Man Record Night.
Castle Grayskull just bit it.
No, it's a beer I had set up down here.
Ooh, nice.
I was trying to be
Is
coy.
it open?
No, I was trying to be coy about it.
Okay.
We appreciate you joining us. We've been gone for a little bit
There's
now.
a cold air on my back. Is your
it's-
window
there's
open?
a window. Can you shut this
I
window?
kind of like it.
You like it? You can keep it open if you want.
Winter is upon us.
Yeah, the winter has reintroduced itself here in North Carolina for the weekend, at least for the time being.
Are you going to have to work?
And because of that bullshit GD mess if you could take bullshit, roll it up, and squeeze it into a tampon, that's what this weekend has turned into. Because I got to work tomorrow.
But you know what? We're going to do
and what we call in the business.
We're still doing the show.
That's true. What we call in the business night side. So I got to work 2:30 to 11:30 tomorrow night.
Okay. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Cameron's bringing his new girl
You know
up
what?
here, so I
Sometimes
wanted
you got to work.
It sucks,
You know, you got to
man.
pay the bill.
Yeah, but not. I mean, I feel like I'm working like 16-year-old video store clerk hours.
But you're the richest man I know.
Well, you know, you can't take it with you. That's what they say.
I'll have to hit you up for a loan.
A loam. I think. Hey, you know, this morning I was on the way to work. I pulled up to this stoplight, right? There was this old Cadillac in front of me, and I like old Cadillacs.
Oh, yeah.
And the license plate on the Cadillac said seminars. And I laughed for a solid 45 minutes. That's an exaggeration. I laughed for a long time. It said seminars.
Seminar, the license plate.
Yeah, and it's funny, I'm telling the story because the last show we did is when I talked about me wanting to change my name to Pizzone. And I made this Facebook post about where I placed the apostrophe for Pizzone that I did not remember making necessarily.
No.
But hey, it all comes out in the wash. Wash.
I was thinking about the
Mike!
Dwight Schrute thing which says, Shalom, I'd like to apply for a loan.
Nope.
You said
No,
shalom.
I'm not.
On the mic!
I didn't say shalom. I said Pizzone. Not shalom, Jay. Pizzone.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Well, you know.
My hearing's not so good.
That's all right. I ain't got no good here.
Jewish, Italian, it's all just a tasty, tasty treat.
They're all good people, and that's what really it boils down to.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, so we appreciate you joining us. I wasn't even going to do the show this week because I
I was gonna leave town actually.
I got to work tomorrow and shit. So I was like, oh man. But I was like,
He wants to get out of town, man.
it's been so long. I'm like, we got to do the show.
I was gonna go to Mom's, but the window of opportunity, if everybody's knows what they're talking about, for me to get on the road because the snow's supposed to stop Sunday morning, so there's a window if the sun were to shine where I could get back home before it got dark, and then it's gonna get cold and icy again. So it's like I decided, whatever, we'll just stay around here.
Hey, you know something I've been really working hard on recently.
Hard on.
Something I've been working. There's a hard on I've been working lately. And what it has to do is a new video segment's going to be on the Grown Man Record Night YouTube channel.
Oh my!
Which I'm
not a part of this.
I'm sure all you F faces are subscribed on the YouTube channel. If not, I'll drive over and
if not, what are you doing?
I'll drive over and punch your
They
mom.
probably don't know YouTube. That's a new thing.
It is.
I got a lot of room over here. Look at this. I got a lot of room over
Somebody better call YouTube and get them to come down here. This is going to be a pretty big deal. No, so anyhow, in this new segment, I've been recording myself, going through thrift store stuff. We talked about this on the show before, but so I'm digging digging records, and video games, and old VHS tapes, and the occasional toy and shit. And so I'm doing this like 10-minute video. It's not live, so it gets a little different. It's shorter. They're like,
Are we gonna see it?
It's like 10 minutes. No,
You
no,
got
no,
something to show us?
no.
You gonna show any of that? You don't have like a promo, a little promo?
No, you got no.
You should do a little teaser.
No, you got to get on the channel
me to do a little teaser for you?
and watch the what I call the Thrift Adventures Knuckle Deep in the Heap. And the first episode is coming very, very soon. This is one of the few days.
Knuckle deep in the heap.
That's right.
I like that.
So it's gonna be fun. And so we're talking records, video games, VHS tapes,
Just
and
all
the
kinds
occasional
of
toy.
odd things.
Yeah, and whatever random that shows up in thrift stores. Like
yeah.
I'm sure you guys that hit the thrift stores, you know all the random weird shit.
Emporium. Your Emporium.
Really? So we're gonna have a good time doing that, and it's a new type of video. It's fun to not, everything we do here is live, and I think that, man, ain't nobody doing the shit we're doing. You may think we suck, but ain't nobody doing the other shit live. You know what I'm saying?
Who would do it?
Who would do it? But you know what I'm saying?
That's the question.
There's how many videos do you watch on YouTube, and that is
4K.
their 47th attempt at doing that video.
Why would you even do that?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How many videos have you seen? That's the 40th time they've tried to do that.
I don't know.
This is all one shot, one kill.
I don't watch any of it.
It's like a sniper. Pachoo! Ching! Pachong! So yeah, that's going to be coming out real soon. I want to mention something to Jay. I mean, Jay's nowhere near a microphone.
Get on the mic, Jay.
Hey Jay, be sure toward the beginning of the show, you're close to a microphone.
He wants to talk to you about
Here's
something.
Jay, and here's microphone.
Not even. It's twice that length.
I finally, after
He's busy on texting.
however many years it's been, I finally saw Dirty Harry for the first time.
Dirty what?
Dirty Harry, the movie.
You never saw it before?
I've never seen it.
Let me sit down and watch it.
And I loved it. What an
Fantastic movie.
what an incredible movie.
It's a good movie.
And I wanted to throw since on the program here. We've talked about this on the show, I think, a little bit, but really what I wanted to mention is the music. It's fantastic. It's Lalo
Schifrin?
Schifrin.
He did that horror. What's that? The house, Amityville Horror.
Yeah,
I think
he's
Lalo
done
Schifrin
a shit ton of stuff.
Yeah, sure.
And this music was pacifically really good.
Like
And
San
this-
Francisco Pacific.
And the movie was incredible. I loved it. Everybody's like, "Yeah, hello."
Yeah.
It's so great, and that's a man.
It's a
He's got some-
prototypical
he's got
cop
some-
bad guy movie.
It really was. I mean, it's
He's
so
got some really good chops on that movie. Some good.
yeah. So now I got to go back and now I got to watch the sequels, all that whole series,
The second one,
Magnum
Yeah.
Force and whatever.
well, 2 and 3 were good.
Yeah.
Dawn Daly makes her theatrical movie debut in one of those.
Okay.
Tim Matheson and Robert Urich also.
Robert Urich.
Oh, wow.
I say Robert Urich when I belch a lot. No, Robert Urich all the way through. So anyhow, for some reason I felt the need to talk about all that. Now listen, I got some stuff for in the news. Do I have a graphic for that? I don't think I still have the graphic.
In the news.
Not breaking news, but my in the news. You see my in
Just
the
throw
news?
up another. Just throw up some other graphic.
I'll
Throw
throw
up
up.
any graphic.
Okay, I'll throw up any graphic.
In the news.
In the news. In the nudes. So for the first time in Nipsey Russell,
No, Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali,
Show, like, breaking.
last year. No, check this out. Let me get your opinions on this shit. For the first time in 25 years, the Ford Motor Company is going to be releasing a car
The
that
Ford Motor Company
does not have a CD player.
does not have a CD player.
It's going to be like
Why would you have a CD player?
streaming shit only.
Right.
That's all it is.
That sounds practical.
You think so?
Most people, yeah.
It just seems
yeah,
like a natural evolution.
Most people
It
don't
doesn't bother you.
fuck with CDs anymore in their car.
It's
No.
true.
You need a hole for your plug-in device, or you need your USB
Yeah,
port. to
that
plug.
doesn't bother me at all, really.
No,
I still pick up the occasional CD in the thrift
Yeah,
stores and stuff.
yeah. But you're not going to be. You might mess with them in your car, but on average, people aren't.
They sound way better than the streaming stuff,
Okay.
for sure.
I agree.
But and the reason I do pick them up
I'll
like
say
at thrift
the
stores.
crappiest crap out there is XM radio. Serious.
I don't
That's
know.
just like 8-bit. It's terrible. You see, you hear cymbals and it's like.
Yeah.
It's like everything just sounds garbage.
How I justify a lot of CD purchases is
But they can give you 300 channels, so it's like, oh.
$1 for a CD or $1.50 for a CD. You'll pay that per song, like on iTunes or whatever. So that's how I justify, like, I'm getting a whole CD, especially if it's something I actually like. I digitize it in. The problem is now I've got just stacks of CDs like sitting everywhere. But, you know, I still do it. You know, something else cool in the news I read this week, you know, Lou Reed died a couple years ago. The New York Public Library for the Performing Arts, they're going to house his, like, complete archives. Now, this archives includes thousands of hours of video and audio recordings. He's got this, like, journal entries and da-da-da. Let's see what else is in here. His personal record collection. Lou Reed's personal record collection is going to be archived in this this art gallery. More than 300 boxes of papers, photos, and other items spanning his 6-decade career. Somebody kind of leaked out that they found was a tape from the early 60s. It's Lou and like his high school band rehearsing for like their little talent show thing.
Who is this doing this? New York Public.
New York Public Library.
Let me ask you this though.
Also, a clip of him playing
Lou Reed.
songs. Yeah.
Lou Reed happens to be from New York.
Yeah.
If Lou Reed were from Topeka, Kansas, would we be doing what the New York Public Library is doing? I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
It's possible. I mean,
measure it up. I mean, I don't think so.
He's
iconic.
iconic.
I'm not insulting Lou Reed.
He's iconic. Anywhere.
Yes, but
he's
the fact that he was a New York boy, New York bred.
It just so happens he's iconic and
in
a famous
New
New
York
Yorker.
The whole time, a famous New Yorker.
So
sure.
that helps.
So is Donald Trump.
Yeah, I mean, all that helps.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't think a billionaire that runs businesses and shit would have gotten as much attention as somebody like Donald Trump if Donald Trump was from Topeka, Kansas. He would have been the rich guy in the middle of nowhere. You'd have still probably known who he is, Warren Buffett. But would he be I don't know. Maybe he's more of a flamboyant cat, so maybe you would have. I don't know. But I mean, and you do. I mean, bands get the same type of advantage. If you're a hot band from New York or you're a hot band from North Carolina, even though the band from North Carolina may be better than the band from New York, I mean, the New York band gets more attention. I mean, we faced that, I mean, for 20 years. Like, you could be the hottest shit ever, but people are like, yeah, but you're from fucking North Carolina. Who gives a shit? I mean,
no, I think you get some more soulful music from places like that.
Absolutely, but you got to dig for it. Where in places like New York and LA, they're running through handing out contracts like this shit.
It's all crap.
But yeah, I don't know. Hey, a few years ago, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but this group, I can't remember, Magnetic Eye Records, they did this Jimi Hendrix.
Let me stop you right
Sure.
there. I like to watch documentaries. And
Yeah.
there's one that comes to mind that I've recently seen that I want to recommend to everybody. To
Okay.
see. There's actually 3 that I've seen that I want to recommend, but I'll talk about one right now because it relates to what you just said. It's called The Winding Stream. This is a movie about the Carter family, the first family of country music.
Yeah.
And it's a great, great documentary. I highly recommend it. Even if you're not a country music fan, I'm not a huge country music fan, but I truly understand the importance of the Carter family.
Sure.
It's called The Carter Family. It's like the subtitles, The Carters, The Cashes, and its impact on country, or something like that. Anyway, the point I was trying to make was, record company, I forget what record company it was like,
Jerry Garcia.
We need some material. I'm sending you down to Tennessee. Or Virginia, I forget where's Mesa City? Is that Virginia, where the Carters are from? Tennessee or Virginia? Anyway, I'm sending you down there, come back with a record or something. So he goes down there to record the music of the Appalachians. And he meets up with A.P. Carter, they record, he's like, I need more stuff. So A.P. Carter's like, well, I need to go get some songs. So A.P. Carter traveled to Tennessee, through Georgia, through North Carolina, Virginia, and just met people and say, what songs do you have around? And they would play their songs for him. He happened to travel with a guy named Leslie Riddle, a black man who A.P. Carter wasn't as great at picking out the songs.
Yeah.
He had Leslie Riddle with him, and they would sing the songs. Leslie and A.P. Carter would write down the songs, and Leslie would be like, okay, that's A minor, and then he goes to D, and it's an E. So he would teach him the songs. So then they would come back with all these great songs, and it blossomed into what it's blossomed to. I find it ironic that a black man is so important into the life of country music, where there's so many frickin' racists in country music.
Charlie Pride.
Okay, then.
Charlie Pride.
But I highly recommend this movie. Great movie.
I recommend Charlie Pride.
Okay.
Black man.
So I'll let you get back to your rundown, but I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, that's.
I will say, have you seen Sample This?
No, we talked about this, but I won't. It's on my list.
Sample This is a great documentary. It came out a couple years ago about the Apache break and its importance.
Incredible
And of course, everybody
Bongos
knows
Band.
what important it was, but it's the Incredible Bongos Band. It's the story behind that. The weird thing, Jay will appreciate this, is it's the documentary is voiced by none other than Gene Simmons.
That's kind of a for me.
You're like, yeah, it's a turnoff. I know it is, but
It is.
he had to be good friends with the guy who produced the Bongos, the Incredible Bongos Band.
Something.
But it's a great story about the band and why it even existed. Was just to fill in some space on a soundtrack for The Man with Two Heads, the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
With Rosie Greer and.
It's so weird that a track that's just kind of a
Yeah.
that ends up being
Yeah.
so
So
seminal in a major American movement in music.
Let me throw this in there. Last but
Sure.
not least, another documentary, and this one's been out there for a while, and I finally got around to seeing it. I've been putting it off, and I was like, okay, I'm going to watch it. It's I'll Be Me. It's the story about Glenn Campbell in the last few years, basically.
That's what it's called?
I think it's called I'll Be Me. Yeah,
No.
yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Is it?
Yeah, Glenn Campbell, I'll Be Me. 2011, he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and they had just finished an album, so they decided to go on tour to promote the album. And
Sounds
this
weird.
man, they were going to do a short tour just to get out there and promote. They ended up doing 152 shows, sold out, and it's amazing.
I've heard it's incredibly sad.
It's incredibly sad, but it's amazing to see. How are we doing on the records over there? It's amazing to see what he was able to accomplish through music, because when he started playing the music, he was able to unlock some of that trapped mind of his.
Yeah, I could see
And
that.
I mean, amazing. I have like all my parents' Glenn Campbell records, so I have all the old stuff.
Is it
and-
Glenn Campbell? If you
I love it.
For you old school cats that have watched some of the very first early episodes of Grown Man Record Night, you may remember the 45 mic. I had the mic flag and I had the 45 around the stick mic.
What was it, 45?
The 45 was a Glenn Campbell 45.
Was it really?
It's still sitting over. It's right there, I think.
Hey, let's do a shot. Not only for Glenn Campbell, which I tried to find out what's going on lately. I found an update, but it was from a year ago, almost like March a year ago, from his wife saying he's like stage 6 of Alzheimer's, which.
No, he's dead.
Yeah, he died like 2 years ago.
And Nipsey Russell.
No, didn't he
Glenn
die?
Campbell really did die.
Glenn Campbell's
Okay,
dead.
he's dead. Okay, thanks. I couldn't find that.
It was a secret.
Okay, then he's dead.
If not, we just decided. I mean, shit.
Will you please tell me if he's dead or not?
Maybe not.
I don't think he's dead.
Nah, he's really not.
Born. He's 80.
You
I thought he died.
You fuckers. You made me feel like an idiot. Anyway, but she said he's in stage 6, and stage 7 you can't even
I'm thinking of George.
remember to use your tongue. Your tongue quits your work.
Well, there's a difference between being that and dead.
I'm thinking of
No,
George.
hardly.
Hardly.
So to Glenn Campbell and also to Keith Emerson, who a year ago today ended his own life
Damn straight.
because his hands quit working on him.
And you know what?
And if you're Keith Emerson and your hands don't work, I think you're like, well, all right, I'm done.
Well, a finger worked apparently.
So,
Yeah, he got that one finger to work.
God.
You know what they say? Life's like animal porn. It's not for everybody.
Yeah, apparently his index finger, his trigger finger worked.
Woo! That big old lime there, Steve.
Yes, sir.
I put a little more salt on mine. I'm gonna dig around in my mouth a little bit over there. I like them. I like them old limes. I eat them lemons too. And
Steve, just throw your phone.
So I was really happy that I spent time watching 3 documentaries, and they were all great. They really were.
I like them documentaries.
So whatever your taste, there's 3 that are, well, Glenn Campbell and Carter's are kind of the same genre, but
I really thought it was
I
dead
do
too.
highly recommend.
I get him and George Jones.
And
So
this just in,
Yeah.
it was announced yesterday. Merlefest is something you and I have been to, and
Yeah, sure.
remember they gave away the tickets, and we showed the little clips, kind of
Yeah.
funny because the guy didn't shake your hand.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
They just announced yesterday that James Taylor is going to be
I
there.
heard that.
And it's going to make it harder for us to get our tickets, or at least for me to get tickets that I was hoping to get. They'll be like, oh, I love James Taylor. We're going to see James Taylor.
I got to hear James Taylor play a little small thing.
He's Carolina's patron saint.
I got to hear him open for. He opened for Obama and Hillary.
I think people think he's from here.
He's not.
He's not from here.
But he literally opened for Obama and Hillary.
Carolina.
And it was a small show. While the crowd was filing in, there were UNC students.
Yeah.
He was playing. I thought it was a sound check, and he just
What
kept
was
going.
he playing? What did he play?
Oh, several songs.
He's actually doing something. It's interesting what they're doing. They're doing this. The connection between Irish and Scottish music and American music. There's this. I forget the name of it, and I apologize, but
Next Friday's St. Patrick's.
he's not really coming as James Taylor to perform. It's like part of this group that's showing off Irish, Scottish. He's going to be there April 28th, and Zach Brown Band, whatever, they're going to be there too. If you give a shit.
I mean, they do a good job.
Apparently, he's an excellent chef. Yes.
He likes,
I don't mind those guys. They do a good job. They play some good music.
he likes coke and hookers too.
It's not I'm gonna, you know.
I will say that a great number of the musicians who perform at Merlefest were actually in the Carter family documentary.
Oh.
They were all there. Yeah.
All right. Back to several years ago.
I apologize.
No. Several years ago, Magnetic Eye Records did this Jimi Hendrix tribute, and they used all these like stoner rock, desert rock bands to do this thing, and it was incredible. They really did a great job. And if you've never heard any of these tracks, I'm going to look this up real quick for you. Anything that we talk about on the show, you want me to help you out with a little information because that we've
Can you play this record too?
no,
Just flip that one.
just flip that one. Don't interrupt me, Jay.
Yeah, we'll get popped.
Talking about records.
We'll get popped on
No, I
that.
didn't play it. I just.
If you want to hand it to me, I'll put it back in the sleeve.
So yeah, it's called Electric Ladyland Redux.
Ooh, I like Electric Light. That's my favorite Hendrix album.
It's got Earthless, the Budos Band, All Them Witches, Open Hand, Elder, Wofat, and other ones. So not only does it have some great like stoner desert bands on there, but you're talking about like the Budos Band on there as well, which you know we like that shit. That shit is phenomenal. Elephant Trees on there, holy shit. What an incredible Summoner, which I have some of that shit.
Sumner.
Terrific stuff.
Sumner.
So this
Sumner, South Carolina?
this same group
Fort Sumner.
that did this is doing one for the Wall, and I think it's coming out. It's coming
I'm
out
listening.
next year. Latest Redux release. We reimagined the Wall from end to end. A project that couldn't be more timely or challenging. It says. So the current list of bands that are going to be on this, especially for this has got some Grown Man Record Night heroes on this. The Melvins, Mark Lanigan, Greenleaf, Moss Generator, Low Flying Hawks, Paul Bear's on there, Sasquatch, Summoner again. Summoner's great if you guys have never heard them. Worshipper, Year of the Cobra. And, okay, I don't want to get popped, so you guys,
Don't play it.
okay. I'm just going to do this.
What are you going to do? Uh-oh. You're going to fall to the ground.
I'm not sure who's doing this. But this is a little teaser they did. Doing probably my favorite Pink Floyd song ever, Goodbye Blue Sky. Yeah, I don't want to play anymore because I'm afraid we're going to get popped. But dudes, This is gonna be major. This is gonna be major.
Hey, I'm going to see Roger this summer.
That's right. Oh, that's cool. Hey, let's talk about what we played. We've been dicking around long enough. We can talk about some of the record albums we played. I've been having trouble with the internet earlier tonight.
Hello.
Christmas or what? I don't know.
It's Christmas or what? Burp, burp. So, this is stuff we played this evening.
What we played.
Barbara Bosco rules. This is some shit that was left on the table. I said, play it. I keep it on there. Mr. Bungle, Disco Volante. Crazy record. Some people can't stand this record. It's noise at its best with some great.
I thought that looks like a Flaming Lips album cover. It looks like Hits of the Death of the Future. What?
Are you going to see him?
No.
Probably sold
That's
out.
like next week.
Yeah, next week in Charlotte. The
Two
Flaming
nights.
Lips are.
It's
yeah.
a small venue though, right?
Yeah.
It's now sold out.
That'd be fun.
It's got to be
It
sold
wasn't
out.
sold
I
out
don't.
last thing I
I
heard.
don't have to.
Something I think you pulled out the end of the last show. Were you here the last show? I think so.
2 weeks ago.
The JBs.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was still up there, so I played some of it. You guys know the JBs, you love them because of James Brown's back in there.
Brown's back in.
Man, that record is about as funky as you get now. Shit.
I got you. I got you.
Woo! That is some majorly funky stuff, man. And have a funky good time.
From Atlanta.
Any man that can totally just call out sections of a song in the middle of jamming. Bridge.
Do that thing. Do that thing.
Black and Silver. The Silver and Black Attack on the Verve. Oscar
Nice.
Peterson Trio with Milt Jackson.
Nice.
Great Verve offering from a year that I'm not familiar with at this particular point.
I love Milt Jackson.
Milt Jackson is fantastic. I love Oscar Peterson too. The Night Train album is very good. Also on the Verve. And this is just a fantastic jazz record offering from these cats. Really enjoyed it. And I don't think we pulled this out in a little bit.
That's what she said. Pull it out a little bit.
Man, how about some Icelandic disco, Steve?
Icelandic disco, right up your alley.
I'll have.
Buddy Hoyle.
It's time for somebody else to embarrass themselves. Pronounce this.
We have
band. Pronounce the band.
Leufalif in Paugeg. Okay?
Okay, Ragnar, you can rate Steve on how he's.
Leufalif in Paugeg. Tell me how I did.
It's pretty cool stuff though. I like it. It's just funky.
I wasn't here for that.
It's disco. I mean,
I showed up in the next.
It's for sure disco, but it's a fun record.
I'm gonna say I like disco, but
Yeah.
there's certain things.
You say I like disco, I'll loop that shit. I'll make a GIF out of it, and I'll just blast it on the internet. It'll just
I like
say,
disco. I like disco.
I like disco. I like disco. Like, no, what's the Johnny Fever disco character when he does the disco show?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what we'll call you.
You should know that.
Oh, you should do that for a. You see, I got season 2 on DVD.
No.
I'll show you. It'll be in the thrift video too, you motherfuckers. Watch my new shit. Cash Money, players. Cash Money.
Mixtape, man. Mixtape.
My new mixtape. Yo, play that Grown Man Record Night joint. What? Speaking of the Melvins, we talked about that little wall thing, and it's funny because I take great pride in my on my phone. I got about 32 gigs of music room on my phone, is what I like to call it, and I've got such a great eclectic collection on there that when I hit shuffle all, and I do it all week, all day, every day if I have access to it. It blows me away every day, the stuff that I have on there. And it's stuff that I've picked up in thrift stores, and it's music I've had since I was a teenager, and it's everything in between. And it really just, God, man, I love it. I love the music that I hit on my shuffle. And I have a lot of Melvins on there, and so Melvins pop up quite a bit. And so I heard a little Melvins this week, and then I read that little thing about the new the wall thing, which is going to, it's going to have the Melvins on there. So I pulled out a little Ozma. This is that double joint that came out last year. Melvin's
Yeah.
Ozma and the
It's a
Bullhead
it's a
on the
double
back.
LP.
Yeah, these are
But
actually
it's
single
the
guys
singles
that they
that releases
re-released.
it.
Yeah,
Let's call it a nice pair.
a nice.
That
pair.
was a popular thing.
2014
back in the 70s.
Boner Records,
A
bro.
nice pair.
So we released that tonight. That's what I was about to say.
Which
'cause
side did you play? Which album did you play?
Ozma.
Osma.
Ozma.
Usma.
Nope, wrong side. Don't even show that one, Jay.
Usma.
That side has nothing to do with the record album.
Melvins.
Okay. Okay. So, the reason we played this. Tell me a little bit about what happened this evening. You had a little mishap.
Yeah.
Mishap.
I came here. I was all excited about my wardrobe, which you're not seeing because there was a change in the pre-production meeting. And all of a sudden, things changed. I thought we were doing something, but we're not doing it.
Okay.
So my wardrobe is different, but I was all excited about my wardrobe that I forgot my records. So my records are sitting by the front door of my house, about 30 miles away.
Yeah.
And so I didn't bring anything, but I was like, well, I'll have a fun night of just going through bananas and cameras and records,
Yeah,
and pulling
sure.
a few things and playing. And there were some things I wanted to play. And actually, you had a record that I didn't have.
You don't have that one?
I don't think so.
Okay.
And last week I went to Anime Convention in Greensboro for my daughter. My daughter's a huge fan of
Were there any good games there?
anime.
Did you go to the flea market thing?
I went to the flea market. I did not see a lot of games. A lot of cosplay going on.
Have I
There was
already drank the one that I poured?
a lot of people, yeah. I need one
Did
too.
you have any more, Jay?
No.
You grab yourself one.
I need one too.
You want one of them? Grab one of them. Grab two of them, Jay.
Whatever's
Don't mind.
easy for you. But so this album is kind of totally about, like, you know, it's Yohimbe battles the pink robots. It's a total like anime world kind of thing going on, and it's just weird and kind of cool, and
I appreciate
you love it or you hate it, and I kind of love it in a way.
Oh yeah, that's man, that's probably my favorite, Flaming Lips. That's actually like
I like
listenable for regular people.
At War with the
really.
Mystics a lot.
Yeah, that's the other one. I like that one better.
Got what?
The kazoo song?
The Great Kazoo?
The one they have famous.
You tell me, dum dum. No, that's at War with the Mystics.
They're only
You talking about?
It's a War with the
That's at War with the Mystics.
No, that's the Vaseline song.
Oh no,
No, that's
That's-
much earlier.
Clouds Taste Metallic, right? Yeah.
What he said.
She uses Vaseline. So you've
I
had
guess
to,
that is a kazoo, isn't it?
Yeah, it was on Beavis and Butthead.
It was on Beavis and Butthead. That's how a lot of people will know that for the first time. So another record you pulled out of the stack.
For no reason other than whatever.
Yeah, sure.
We played a little Tribe Called Quest.
Can't never get enough of that now.
I forgot what we played. It was maybe one or two songs, but we use it as a switch over to the next one. But yeah, whatever. We listened to it.
That was a gift from the Bossman right
Was
there.
it a Bossman play?
That was a Bossman. Oh, let me put that Bossman graphic up that's not Bossman. Look at that. That's not the Bossman, but it looks sure.
It sure looks like it. And you know, it's a funny thing that's what that is, because that's a guy in a DVD I have. It's a something at the zoo. It's a Flamin' Lips concert DVD from Oklahoma City.
Oh.
And that guy was in the
They're from
crowd.
Oklahoma City.
And that guy looks just like freaking Bossman.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
What about these guys?
Well, you know, 10, 10, 20. You got a problem, just call it.
You know, it's 99 cents up to 20 minutes. And, you know, if you're talking more than 20 minutes, then you're a woman. So why are you watching this program?
Why did that go away? 10, 10, 2, 20. Not enough people bought it.
I don't know.
Wi-Fi.
I'm going to start up at 1-800.
Wi-Fi. I was going to come over earlier, but my wing wong was down.
So next, I wanted to get this on because I didn't realize it until. Because here's the funny thing. Sometimes you just go to this day in music and say, what's going on today, because we're going to talk about it. I put in today, this day in music, but as this guy pointed out it's a British website or it's a European website. So this day was tomorrow. I was looking at tomorrow, but it happened to today. Jay pointed out that today was the U.S. release of this album called something. Dark Side.
What's that called? What's that, Bon Jovi record?
Yeah, the Human League.
The Human Waste.
The Human League.
The Waste Bucket Syndrome.
Jim Morrison took a shower this day in 1971.
I really like that record.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be stupid about it, but it's hard to. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say?
It's funny, we were talking about this off the air a little earlier. For the longest time, I would not listen to any Pink Floyd previous to Dark Side of the Moon. I hated all that twangy shit. I'm so adverse to treble. Treble makes me just lose my shit, and it still kind of does. But like 13th Floor Elevators, a band like that, I would not have listened to that 5 years ago. The amount of treble in that type of music, recording the psychedelic music, which typically had a lot of treble, and I could not stand that. And my ears have finally gotten a little bit more accustomed to where now I'm going back and I'm listening to a lot of the earlier Pink Floyd stuff. I like that stuff a lot better. And I think a lot of the, like with the Dark Side and The Wall and some of the other records, it's that I've heard it so much. A lot of that stuff appears on classic rock radio.
Yeah.
To no fault of the music, because that means it's dope shit. I mean, really. It's good enough to where even everybody likes it. But at the same time, I also want to hear the stuff that you don't hear so often. And I've fallen in love with that earlier Pink Floyd stuff. And it's so funny because I've owned Echoes, which is a great compilation. I bought it for my mom, then my mom bought it for me, and we both really enjoy that. And I used to always skip past all of those early songs and go to the Dark Side, Wall, Division Bell.
Wish You Were Here.
Yeah, Wish You Were Here type songs. And now I find myself going back, listening to Arnold Lane, listening to Astronomy Domini, listening to all of that, Careful to Axe Eugene, all of that stuff that's early, previous to Dark Side, which I used to skip forward past. Now that's the shit that I'm after. It's so weird how your taste changes and it's like your palate with food.
It needs to change.
I liken the palate to food, the palate to music. It changes.
I like it.
You know, when you're a little kid, you're like, oh, here's some green beans. And you're like, oh, fuck, this tastes like horse shit.
And I'm going to smear my feces on the bathroom wall.
And then when you get a little older, you're like, oh, green beans are good. And then you're like, you hate onions for 20 years.
25.
And all of a sudden, you're like,
40 years.
Let me get a steak and cheese, like extra onion.
Okay.
In the record store.
Pink Floyd and onion.
I all of a sudden like runny eggs and unsweetened tea. At 40 years old.
What happened?
Neither of those were things that you would ever catch me ever saying in the history of the world, and now that's two of my favorite things. Runny eggs, unsweetened tea.
Yep.
Go finger. Go finger. And Steve put this on to, this is out of the cameraman.
I was just trying to extend
Cameraman's coming up here tomorrow night, and he's bringing his girlfriend, and we're going to meet her for the first time. Me and the girlfriend are going to meet cameraman and his girlfriend first.
Speaking of finger.
And you brought up a cameraman record.
Yeah, I like Esquivel.
Yeah.
And this is a good one. Four Corners of the World.
I like it.
On RCA Victor. I don't know, maybe recorded in 1958. Esquivel is a great little LP collector's sought-after artist.
Really enjoy the Esquivel.
You know, you're kind of cool with your like highball, being all loungy when you got some Esquivel.
Oh, of course.
I got some Esquivel. You want to have a little Mai Tai? What do you think about it?
Yeah. Well, I wonder what the best tiki mixed drink would be.
You know, I thought about telling you that tonight we'll talk about this. Maybe we'll do it another night. Let's bring your one record that you think is the best record with the most stupid, ridiculous cover ever.
Oh.
Because I got a few that I want to talk about. But
You know what comes to mind right off the bat? I talked about this last time.
I have one in my bag sitting at home at the door.
Best of Gil Scott-Heron. He's wearing those white pants.
Yeah, the best of it. There's no... All the songs aren't great on that record.
Not all of the songs. There's some bangers on there. And of course it's got The Revolution Will Not Be Televised.
Sure.
And it
The
looks
one
like...
the one I thought about was Tower of Power's first record. It's got a picture of them. It's a terrible picture out of focus, and it's like way off in the distance. It looks like somebody cut them out and put it on a colored background. It looks like crap, but the album's great.
What do you mean by colored background?
Like red.
Okay. I feel better about that, saying that. So you don't have any digs because you...
Like I said, I left my
Jay,
record, so I'll go home now. I'm going to leave.
No.
I'm going to do this last shot and go home.
I want...
Here, finish this.
On purpose, when you switch that, Jay, I want you to go pick us a VHS out and pick us a good one.
There you go.
Get a good one.
There you go.
I on purpose, because I got to work tomorrow,
So I've heard.
didn't pick up any party liquor tonight.
Well, this is the
And then
last
you-
of the
and-
tequila.
And then you brought party liquor.
I was going to bring some absinthe, but I thought, you got to work tomorrow night.
But still,
So we'll do tequila instead.
Salud. But in the words of my man, my hero, Doug Stanhope, he's like, you get five days of work and 2 days off. I don't know if you're a betting man, but them shit odds. And he also said, and don't, hey, if that's your deal, why would you waste your 2 days getting fucked up and drinking? What you should do on those 2 days is go hiking and be with your family and go to church and do your thing.
Doug Stanhope said that?
The other 5 days, those are the days you should get drunk. Make your employer pay for your fuckery. Go in all hungover. Don't wake up on Saturday all hungover. You're wasting your own time.
Yeah, but
Go waste your employer's time.
after a while, you find yourself out of work for doing that.
Maybe.
Roll the dice.
I'm high functioning, baby. Woo! All right. So you ain't got no damn digs.
No digs at all. I really need to pee right now, too, so I might just get up and leave.
No, because I got all these record albums to talk about since you ain't going to talk. And I'm still saving stuff. A lot of this stuff for me is bargain bucket stuff. It's all, no, not all
Really?
bargain bucket.
Ooh,
Except for,
look at that.
I only have 2 records that are not bargain buckets.
I'll let you start it, and then I'll be right back.
Jay, sit down. Just hold the mic up. You can hold that one. That's fine. That's fine. I'm swamping it out. We're all swamping it
Steve,
out.
are you wearing your mic to the bathroom?
No.
Oh shit, what's called up there?
What's called?
Oh, this thing doesn't reach it.
Okay. Well, just
stand-
squat
I'll
down.
just stand
No,
right
no,
here
squat
and do
down.
it. I'll just stand right here and
Squat
do it.
down.
Breaking news, Notre Dame beat Florida State.
Notre Dame beat Florida State. Duke beat Carolina early. I mean, we're big in the ACC tournament here.
Yeah,
Squat down, Jay.
I'm all right.
Okay, I'm gonna start with a dig of the week. The first record I'm gonna pick up. This is something I picked up. Bargain bucket. It was $1.
$2 or less.
Local
right?
Goodwill. You will see this pickup in the knuckle deep in the heap.
Folks, I saw a preview of this thing and it's good.
Hey, see, Jay says got the J seal of approval.
Yeah.
Look what I
Very,
got, man.
Yeah.
Karate Kid Part 2 soundtrack.
That's a record?
You know why I picked it up?
Because it's Karate Kid Part 2.
Because fuck you. That's why I picked it up.
Why wouldn't you?
It's got Gloria Love, Peter Cetera, which was a #1 hit, won some Grammys or at least
Which Peter
nominated.
Cetera song is it?
I am the man who will fight.
Oh,
for
yeah.
your
Yeah.
honor. Yeah, that's the theme of that shit.
Paul Rogers, Rock Around the Clock.
You know, I'll tell you some weird shit about this. The
Carly Simon.
the score was composed by Bill Conti, who wrote the score for the previous installment of the signature film, Peter Cetera song, which was there was a #1 hit in the U.S. and received an Academy Award nomination for Best Song. Academy, not even Grammy.
All right, my knees are hurting.
Okay.
I'm going to stand right here and just have half a
When
bite.
Daniel and Miyagi are being driven by Chosun and his friend after they arrived in Okinawa, Chosun tunes in the radio of the car until he reaches a station playing Fascination, which is the same song to which Allie and Johnny were slow dancing at the high-end country club in the original film. Get out of here!
That's no,
Get out of here!
that's no coinky there, Roger.
No, but listen to this, though. This is crazy. in all serious, let's get serious, folks.
Let's get serious about smoking.
This soundtrack is notable as being the final album ever released by United Artists Records. After
This was what year?
Oh, 80, I don't know.
Say that again?
It's the final, this soundtrack is notable as being the final album released by United Artists.
Well, United Artists was
Karate Kid 2. Hold it up. Let's show Steve.
we just did.
Yeah, but Steve was in the
I
restroom.
saw-
United Artists.
Peeing all over my toilet.
United Artists was your favorite label because they were the Verve
War.
label, right?
What?
They were Verve, right?
They had a scary intro for
I
cartoons.
don't know about that.
I thought they were Verve, United Artists.
They did Pink Panther.
Yeah.
I think it's War.
Pink Panther.
Glenn Campbell was on the Verve, wasn't he?
So was Nipsey Russell.
I really thought Glenn Campbell was dead. How bad is that?
John the Baptist released that
lived my life-
7-inch single.
Most of my Glenn Campbell records are German issues because we were in Germany at the
Because
time.
he's huge over there.
Well, he was huge.
Him and David Hasselhoff. But like I've lived the last 2 years thinking Glenn Campbell was dead. Every morning I've woke up thinking he was dead. Like, can you imagine that?
Hey, check this out. This is a bargain bucket thing I picked up from a Goodwill. These are like 75 cents. Most of these are. And I love this shit, man. Jan and Dean,
Yeah.
little old lady from Pasadena. This is an OG, man.
That's cool.
I love this shit anyway, but
It's an old school fun there.
it is. It's funny.
Takes back the early days.
They're,
guys-
they're the original band that got busted for lip syncing.
No.
Oh, really?
No, but the people that
Yeah.
laid it down.
Yeah.
You know who laid it down on their album for this?
The Beach Boys.
Easy E.
The Wrecking Crew.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Leon
And who played for the Wrecking Crew?
Leon Russell's on
Glenn
piano, Tommy
fucking-
Tedesco,
Glenn fucking Campbell.
Bill Pittman, Billy Strange on guitar,
Campbell?
Ray Poneman, and Jimmy Bond on bass. Hal Blaine,
Say Jimmy
Earl
Bond on
Palmer
bass?
on drums. Tommy Morgan provided the song's harmonica solo. Yeah, they redid their whole shit. But it's funny because later on, Jan and Dean reworked the lyrics for the little old lady from Pasadena, which apparently is on the cover of this, the actual little old lady. They reworked the lyrics in '67 and renamed the track Tijuana, releasing it as a single in that same year. And the lyrics were all drug-based.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know what happened to Jan and Dean, but by
They were on heroin.
by '67, baby, they were floating.
Yeah, they were on heroin.
It was finally released in 2010 on their album Carnival of Sound, so I guess that never got released.
Yeah.
But they turned all drug-based, bro.
Well, that's what all those
What? What?
Didn't Beach Boys do the same thing?
Yeah,
though?
Brian Wilson did have a lot to do with Jan and Dean and helping them bring them over into the surf rock category of things.
Yeah.
Brian Wilson was heavily involved. Yeah, he was heavily involved with that.
I wonder if people can hear me twirling this.
Probably. Okay, check this out. This is also from that same shit.
Preach it, brother.
Now, Steve may be able to tell us a little more about this,
Not
but
really.
what?
Is this a compilation with all those people?
No,
No.
man.
It's just that group of musicians play a lot together.
If you guys know George Benson, you find more George Benson in a frickin'
You can shake a stick.
Goodwill.
You can shake a
Oh my
stick
God.
at.
They're everywhere. In addition to religious records, Christmas records, Lawrence Welk, etc., George Benson's probably right after that. But you never see this one. White Rabbit,
Yeah.
which is
Boy, you got a weird kind of
this is
wet.
That come from New Orleans, didn't it?
Is it bent?
About
Is it-
2003 from New
warped?
Orleans, ain't
is
it?
it warped?
The cover's warped like a
Is
mother.
it? I don't know. Pull it out. Let's see about it.
Oh my gosh, you could eat off that thing.
Look at this here. It's a CTI just for Metal Theologian.
A lot of people run from CTI.
No, it's ECM that Metal Theologian really hates, but CTI is probably
Yeah,
just...
that's been taken through the woodshed there.
What? Yeah, it's a little warpy.
It's a little dirty.
It's not as warped as the cover is.
Look at that. Hey,
You
shut
just
that guy off.
you
For
just need to
somebody.
clean
You
it.
could put macaroni in that
I
thing.
think it'll
and
be
eat it.
fine. You just need to clean it.
But it was 75 cents for crying out loud.
You ever cried out loud?
But look at
Says that?
the title track is a cover of the famous Great Society / Jefferson Airplane song by Grace Slick. Now look at the people on this album.
Those people play on that album.
Yeah.
It's a Don Silvestri album, so you're gonna have a lot of the same players.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold that up where it lists the players.
Is that
on
worth anything?
You are just smashing
God,
that to
Steve.
pieces.
Steve just ruined your
No,
thing.
your thing was ruined.
You owe me $4. You owe me $4.
I mean, that thing was priceless.
$4. You owe it to me. Look at that list of players, folks. Herbie Hancock, Ron Carter, Hubert Laws. Are you kidding me? Earl Klug is on there. Billy Cobham. Corn on the Cobham.
It's pretty impressive. Is that worth anything?
It's about $925, Jay.
Pesos.
I have it.
Oh, Steve,
It's a
let's
good-
drink your beer.
It's not the best record.
See, you did it. I
Yeah,
almost did yours. You do me, I'll do you.
Yeah. Off camera, Steve.
This is one I've not really seen at all.
At all.
Is
These guys ain't that good at all.
I've seen that.
George Benson, another George Benson. This is Bad Benson. Look at that cover. That's
Never heard of it. Never heard
It's
of
got
it.
to be CTI.
Command. It could be Command.
Did I not list this shit on here?
Much
No,
better.
it's not in your. It's not in your notes.
We got, Phil Upchurch, Kenny Barron, Ron Carter, Steve Gadd on drums, by the way.
Steve Gadd. Is that
Wow.
the same Steve Gadd that plays with Clapton, right?
Or maybe this is the Jan and Dean. I mean, the Wrecking Crew record. No.
No, Steve Gadd's
No. It's all the Wrecking Crew. They're all over.
Maybe this is the Nipsey Russell record you were looking for.
This is all the Nipsey Russell. But this is one, I sampled this and I'm like, whoa, shit. Because you know man, if you've never done this, I know you guys have. You're just like me. Everybody that watches this is just like me, goddammit. I know you guys have been in thrift stores and been like, George Benson, he's pretty cool. You look up a record and you listen to it on your YouTube and you got a little earbud in and you're like, what the fuck? This sucks. This ought to be just
bad. Yeah. I've got that.
Oh, man, you're full of shit.
I've got that Benson and Hedges record, and it's not very good.
No, there's several that you're like, what? And
Pay
there's
$1
other
for
ones.
those.
Dude, the George Benson cookbook, that'll blow your face off.
Yeah. That's the same as
so,
all those people. Herbie
you know,
Man, it's kind of the
Yeah,
same.
of course. Let's see, something else I picked up. That same spot, Rock On, Humble Pie. Are you guys happy?
That's 2 in 3 weeks.
Are you guys happy? I have picked up a Humble Pie record. A band I said I would never pick
The
up.
second one you got, right?
No.
You is the dude from...
It's Frampton.
Well, no, earlier.
More than Frampton, it's
Steve Marriott. Who,
Steve Marriott, thank
yeah.
you.
Well, Frampton was in
It's the
early.
guy from,
Steve Marriott was a genius.
But it's one of those that I've said for the longest time on this show. That's the dumbest name.
Faces.
It's the dumbest name for a rock band
Sure, it's
ever.
his name.
So I would never buy it. Well, you know what? I bought it. I picked it up for 75 cents. Rock On. Nice gatefold here, by the
You
way.
need to get the Fillmore record next time.
Hold this
Rock-
gatefold up.
Get the Rock and the Fillmore record for like a couple bucks. That's a great one.
Well, no, this just showed up. This is the 4th studio album by Humble Pie, released in '71, reached 118 on the Billboard Top 200. This is the big thing about this record. The final studio album to feature guitarist and vocalist Peter Frampton.
Yeah.
This is when they really kind of dove into that rocky, bluesy kind of sound that they were known for.
Yeah.
And but this is that's really the first time they dove into that, and it's the last one for Frampton.
No, they're good. They're a great band.
I agree. I've listened to them before. They're good, but what a stupid name. That name
There's
is.
a lot of
They bring us
stupid-
peas in here.
I've been eating them.
There's
You
a
been eating
lot.
the peas?
There's a lot of really stupid names.
Like
in
James
rock and
Brown
roll.
said, Steve, please pass the peas. Get you a pea, Jay.
Wasabi.
I'm good. Thank you.
Jay, we're on the air.
Wasabi.
There's a
What
lot
do
of- There's a lot of bad names in rock and roll, though.
I want to watch you eat one of these on the air.
I'm good.
I think the fucking worst name of all rock in rock history is the Foo Fighters. I'm sorry.
It's what?
I think
The Foo
Green Day.
Fighters.
I think Green Day is pretty
No.
bad.
The Foo Fighters. What a stupid damn name.
That's
I get them mixed up with the Goo Goo Dolls.
That's a UFO reference.
Yeah, it
Whatever.
means something.
If you say so, I think it's a stupid name for a band.
What's the other band other than the one?
Goo Goo Dolls.
No. Other one what we just mentioned that I hate and I won't listen to.
Humble Pie.
Huh?
Humble Pie. You just said.
Humble Pie. You think Foo Fighters is worse than Humble Pie?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Foo Fighters is
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Terrible name. He even says it. He's like, yeah, it was just a stupid name I came up with.
There's a lot of dumb names.
Humble Pie to me.
You can't
Woo.
discriminate in rock and roll based on name.
I know. Hey, check this out. I picked up this crazy record here. This is from when a few weeks ago we talked about on a couple of Dig of the Week purchases. I was in Underdog Records in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Shameless plug.
A bunch of records on the floor, not even gone through, and everything we pulled out into stack. Being this one of the guy. Had to,
I know who you're talking about. You told me that story
Heyday.
a couple weeks ago, yeah.
everything we pulled out, he had to like look up, clean, and price, and play, and sample.
That's the benefits of being a VIP customer. You get to go
Great.
through stuff before it goes out on the floor.
And
VIP.
some of the stuff I was like, we'll see what this is, but I bet you it's gonna. That John Lee Hooker, I think it was. No,
Yeah, that was like 3
Lightning
weeks ago,
Hopkins.
right?
Lightning Hopkins was one that I pulled out.
You gave it for like $5 or $6 or something like that.
It's a very pricey record, but it was a little poppy, and it was a little poppy.
But it's supposed to be though.
But shit. This is another couple of records from that same haul. So these were $6 and $4. Trucking with Albert Collins.
Wow.
Now let me tell you
action.
something about
Major
Albert
action.
Collins. We played here on the show. That one, what's that Albert Collins? Cold that you've got, Steve?
Cold Snap.
Cold Snap. It's got I'm not drunk, I'm just drinking.
It's an alligator record.
Oh my
Very
God.
Chicago blues up to your bunghole.
It's funny, and the girlfriend always asks me, she'll come over like late on like a Saturday or something.
Yeah.
She's like, well, I come over, you're all like fucked up or whatever. You're drunk, right?
Yeah.
And I'll always respond, I'm not drunk, I'm just drinking.
I get it.
Which is perfect. Now, what this is here, it's called Truckin' with Albert Collins. Hold this guy up, somebody. Somebody. What this is actually the 1965 album, The Cool Sounds of Albert Collins, which is it's a collection of early singles reissued in '69 as Truckin' with Albert Collins. So this is like the earliest shit. I'm not listening to this at all.
Early.
Man, so we need to jump on this. That's the one we need to put on for real. Like, yeah. I bet that shit is dope. Not only that, hey, before you do that, Steve,
I'm not playing now.
pull out the actual record and look at what it is. It's a white label promo, if I'm not mistaken.
I bet that's off.
Picture on the gatefold here.
I bet it's off the chain.
I bet it is too. But pull that record out. I bet that's a white label promo.
Who does he look like right there in that picture, Mike?
Jesus Christ.
No.
He looks like Chuck Berry.
Who does he remind you of from your teenage years?
Robert Monroe.
Southern Guilford High School.
Robert. Who?
Teacher, Charlie Jacobs.
Huh? That is. Look at that.
Yeah, it's a nice.
That's
white label promo.
Yeah.
His identity.
Yeah, you could.
You know, it's funny.
Julian Assange on that.
I kind of remember this now. The guy was looking this up, cleaning it, and pricing it as we're like finding this.
And you're peeing your pants.
He only found the original record. He could not find the promo. He was like, oh, this is white label promo. I don't really see it. Here's the regular one, blah, blah, blah. Here's the price. And it was like $5 or $6. And I'm like, okay, sure.
Why didn't you offer to give him more?
Because my daddy...
You're being the nice Christian you are. Why didn't
It's
you offer
true.
to give him like double?
Because when I was a little kid, my dad told me, don't be a dumbass if you can help it. If you can help it.
Take advantage of others, your dad would say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Those are stupid people.
Yeah.
No, Jonathan's not stupid.
Dude, I think you're in for a treat because it sounded to me mostly like an instrumental album.
Really?
Of early Albert Collins.
I feel like that came off bad. I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah, you did.
He's a good friend of
You
mine.
just called your favorite record store owner stupid.
No, he's a friend of mine.
Friend of the show.
What's up with you?
My final record I picked up out of that little Houday Raw
Coup de
of
grace.
the four. It's a Robert Fripp record, The League of Gentlemen.
Wow, the Eno on that one?
Yeah, what does Eno produce this, or what does Eno, here, you look, I can't see
think
straight.
so.
Steve's a Robert Fripp and Brian Eno.
The League of Gentlemen, I'm pretty sure it might be...
Oh, Steve
my
just threw
God.
it down. He said,
Well, there we go,
nobody
folks.
thinks that record.
We'll be right back after Never.
Wait, whoa. I think these guys were part of his like school in West Virginia, if I'm not mistaken.
The music on the album was performed by the members of the band, which toured Europe and North America throughout '80 under the name League of Gentlemen. Released in the UK in '81 on vinyl. It has never been released on CD.
Holy shit.
That's pretty
So
cool.
this is probably pretty good fun, too, then.
Yeah, it's a good find.
It was released on cassette, apparently.
But not
This is from
CD.
1981, Polydor.
I'll have to find that
When
on
I saw
8-track
King Crimson,
next time.
the crafty
Hold that
guitar,
guy.
I think the crafty guitarist opened for him.
No,
What's Eno? What's
I've definitely never seen this
What's
before.
Fripp known for?
Who?
Fripp. What's he known for?
King Crimson?
Oh, okay. Is he British? I don't know much about those guys. Huh? No, Fripp and Eno. Well, Fripp and Eno and that.
Eno's British.
Why are y'all talking about Eno?
Well, I'm just always associated with Fripp and Eno.
He did stuff. He's a musician.
They did stuff to each other.
You ever seen it?
The musician.
That's all the Dig of the Weeks I have because Steve didn't bring any records
Yeah.
over here whatsoever.
Steve
Sorry.
was king for the good time.
Yeah, he just came over for the free good
This
time.
album was produced by Robert Fripp.
Nope. I think all of what you're saying is wrong. It's wrong and incorrect. So we're going to take a quick commercial break and come back here with a So to Speak and Chip Chat because I said so and I'm the goddamn boss. So deal with it, you bunch of sons of bitches.
丸書いてお豆が2つおむすび1つあっという間に星のカビ何でも吸い込む星のカビ
吸い込みぶっつけ攻撃ぷかぷか空飛びの術かわいいやんちゃポーズ星のカービィゲームボーイで新発売
They look like displaced train engines, these strange contraptions from another time. And today at an old-time threshing bee, these great machines take you back to the rugged excitement of the days when steam powered the harvest. To have a Pabst Blue Ribbon beer is to recapture that same feeling. People still look for and enjoy the good things from the past. Blue Ribbon is one of them. Still brewed slowly and naturally, like it was when it won the Blue Ribbon. Good old-time flavor for those who feel beer is something special. Pabst Blue Ribbon, brewed by the first of the great Milwaukee brewers.
We got a new rap at Got It All Grocery. We the one food store with a bank and a bar. Go to customer service, we'll sell you a car. We the one food store with concrete and clothes. And where the stuff comes from, nobody knows.
At Food Line, we don't give you a song and dance when you come into our store. Just extra low prices on a wide variety of top quality name brand products. And we serve them up with a healthy dose of courteous service.
My partner's breaking, don't be mistaken. Huh. We got it.
Take Championship Wrestling Monday night with a full card lined up at regular prices, including a $3 general admission. You'll see J.D. Costello's triple challenge for $5,000 to be thrown to the crowd. An international kendo stick lumberjack match with Sato and Goto against Jarrett and Tanaka. You'll be seeing the international title against the Southern Heavyweight title when Jerry Lawler meets Bam Bam Bigelow with the two titles at stake. Be there Monday night.
So why are we here? Why are we here?
Oh, I don't know. Shit. I got work tomorrow.
I don't.
I want like a
I'm
frowny.
gonna get my taxes. How about I'll do a grown man thing? I'll get my taxes
I want
together.
like a frowny face about having to work tomorrow. So we're gonna get into a so to speak.
But you know that's tomorrow. Right now we're doing
That's right.
this. We're doing this.
I told somebody today, man, I ain't getting but like 6 hours of weekend time, but I'm gonna grab it by its nuts and I'm gonna squeeze it until babies come out of it, son.
We have done one of these before.
Yeah.
It's got the funky bottle from Japan or Korea.
Yeah. What's that shit called?
I don't. It's
The style of soda.
I don't know.
Ruminade.
Ramen?
No.
Ramen? Ramune. There's instructions on here how to open. Remove the seal. It's got this ball. There's all kinds of shit going on with this bottle. And so we want to show the bottle before we destroy it. Here, Jay, will you show that off? It's a really funky thing. I think I picked it up. I might have picked it up at the local Vietnamese restaurant that sells the banh mi sandwiches.
You know, it's funny. If you've never seen
probably insert this right up your ass, Jay.
The first time we ever did this, go back and watch that episode of Grown Man Record
We've done a soda like this.
Because it took us like goddamn 30 minutes to figure out how to open this soda.
I don't know if we've ever done the lychee. This is lychee, which I love lychee. Have you ever had lychee before?
I think we did this exact one. But anyway.
Okay, whatever. So there's the ball up top. I don't know. We're going to have to press it.
It's a carbonated soft drink originally created.
The problem is those instructions are on this lid, which you peel off and then you throw away.
Hang on. I have to read the description.
Remove the seal.
I have to read the description.
Go ahead.
It's a carbonated soft drink originally created and sold in Japan, which was introduced by Kobe and Alexander Cameron Slim. The name is derived from the English word lemonade, transliterated into Japanese. These are similar drinks and often referred to as cider.
All right, I'm going to read you the instructions.
But you got to push the ball down into
Here we go. Remove the seal, which I've done. Detach the plunger from the center of the cap. So there's a little, you can break that off in the center.
You got to break it off.
Place the plunger on top of the bottle.
Yeah. That's the key. It's you got to get.
So you got to get that out of there. Get that little plunger out of there. That's the key to breaking into. Why they didn't put just a pop top on this? I don't know.
I can't do that.
There's 1,000 parts. There.
Oh wait, what?
53. I'm 53.
No, I was pushing the wrong thing. But now it's lost. Now it's nowhere. Now nothing is anywhere. No, here it is.
Okay, so place the plunger on top of the bottle. Press down firmly with the base of your palm to release the marble.
Let's do this on a close shot. You should do this. It's that.
Okay, I know I did.
Yeah.
So, so I'll show you. There's a marble.
Yeah, there's a little. It's like the widget in a Guinness can, I would say.
There's a marble on top of this bottle right here. There's a marble.
That's it.
And they sell this little plunger that goes on top of it, and then you press down with your palm.
Don't block it.
Hey!
Okay.
And there you go. Now it's now the ball is in there.
It stays in that little jargon, which creates a hurkle-gurkle.
Hurkle-gurkle. Yeah, it's a little. Yeah. It's like a governor, if you will.
I just ate one of that. Well,
they kind of go good with wasabi peas, probably. This is lychee, by the way, one of my favorite little Asian fruits.
Okay. Very good. Almost tastes like a cucumber light soda, maybe, but better. It's very light on all tips. It's light on flavor. It's heavy on carbonation, but it's light on.
It's heavy on a ball. There's a ball in there.
Yeah, I mean, and it's cool to have the ball like that.
Whatever.
But it's light on everything.
But there's only like 4 ounces of juice in there.
It's light on everything, though.
Light on ounces.
Flavor. It's light on ounces. It's light on. I mean, you know what I mean?
I like it. It's a different thing. It's not something you're going to go to every day. If you're real thirsty, you're going to pull that out. You're going to get the big chill that I got. I got 52 ounce fucking whatever.
Avalanche.
Yeah.
But it's I like this flavor. It's very unassuming, and not too sweet.
Agent X introduced me to lychee.
Okay. Yeah. And also he introduced me to ramen. So there we go. Creative Services 2012. What? That's cool. So how we gonna do? We're gonna do a little chip here on the chip chat area about balls.
I was gonna throw this in the mix. I wasn't really crazy about doing this, but
now I figured this is what we're doing.
It's very topical.
Very topical.
March Madness has begun. I'm sorry.
BB!
I know it's copyrighted, but I'm gonna say it. March Madness.
B-ball!
Utz has come up with a hoops mix.
Hoops! They call me Hoops around here.
It's a hoops mix. I think there's 5 players in the bag.
Okay.
There's like barbecue.
I bet one's
corn
Chris
chips.
Webber. These 90s basketball references.
Tortilla chips, barbecue corn chips, nachos. What's the difference between nachos and tortilla chips? I don't know.
Tortillas are plain.
Pretzel wheels. And cheese crunchies, they call them.
Cheese crunchies.
A weird mix. I don't know if I would mix all that together.
But it's better than some mixes that I've seen.
So pretzel wheels and cheese curls and...
It's a random stab into the bag.
Okay.
Okay.
I get it. That's a tortilla chip.
You got pretzels and Doritos.
And that's a nacho. It's good when the game's going on. You're not watching what you're eating.
It's
you're
just
watching
snack.
the game.
It's snack.
So keep the corn and
Do we hold it up? Do we hold it up?
Keep the corn and cheese products moving.
You held it up? Jay did.
Not bad.
Wow.
Better than I thought it would be.
And I'll tell you what. Let's do this real quick.
Very topical.
Pour you one of those out. Let's try the Utz version of Dorito, because that's something I felt that stood out more than anything. That's a good knockoff Dorito, bro.
It doesn't taste like Dorito.
No, it doesn't. It tastes more like the Bravo. You remember the Bravos?
It's a little cornier.
Yep, you remember the Bravos?
Yeah.
Those Y's, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I always liked Bravos. They were circles. I liked Bravos better than Doritos.
Really?
Yeah, back in the... They don't make Bravos anymore, do they?
Oh, I don't know, man. Doritos
But you're a wise guy, right? You do.
No, I'm a Frito-Lay man.
Oh, Frito-Lay. Bravos were good, though. And they were cheaper than Doritos and had more junk on them.
I'm not familiar with Bravos.
No?
Nope.
There were circle Doritos back in the 80s. And I feel like they had more junk on them.
Verb is MGM.
They had more junk on them. And I like a chip that's got more junk on it.
She's saying it's a round tortilla chip before the Frito-Lay, what is it? What's their other corn chip?
Hoops.
Here I am. Yeah.
Doritos?
No. The other one.
Frito-Lay?
The make scoops.
No.
Fritos.
These are circles. They're
No. They make scoops. They make the round Tostitos. Thank you.
Oh yeah, well before that.
Well before Tostitos.
These are cheap knockoffs. Bravos. We're talking Wise.
I don't remember that.
Wise is a cheaper chip.
Oh, by far.
Yeah. So you're talking. Wise was half the price of like Doritos and other shit, but Wise were circles instead of triangles. but they had a lot of junk on the chips.
I'll say I wasn't looking for it. I was going to do it because it's topical, but it's actually a pretty good bag of chips.
Those are good. I like that mix in there. That's a little different mix than a lot of these mix 'em up type chips, which I don't necessarily always care for. I don't like the, oh, we got a pretzel and we got a chip and we got a peanut and we got a, fuck all that. But this is a good one. I have to say, this is a damn good one.
It ain't top 5 or
If I do say so my damn self.
It ain't no top 5 or nothing.
No, but it's a good mix. I think when you start rating mixes, this is a
It
good
goes good with the March Madness, so get it and pull out your bracket and slap it down.
Hey, look, man, for real. I mentioned it earlier, but everybody talks over me when I talk. Next Friday night, it's fucking St. Patrick's Day, man. No.
I'm working that night.
St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't be able to be here either.
What?
I'm shooting in Vision that night. They got a gig at the Millennium Center.
I don't have a life. Of course I'll be here.
Next week. Next week, let me just give you a little preview of what we'll be chanting. Lord, forgive us and protect us. We'll be drinking whiskey for breakfast. That's my St. Patrick's Day motto. So thanks for staying tuned with us here this week on a Grown Man Record Night after we skipped a week. Even though I got to work tomorrow, mother mirrors. And, be looking for the new Thrift Adventures Knuckle Deep in the Heap video. It's going to come out on the YouTube channel really shortly.
I predict tomorrow at 6 o'clock I'll see you on the bridge.
No, you'll see
Problem.
him. You'll see his
What's that? What street is that? Something Street Bridge.
Walltown?
No.
Ma'am,
You'll be at Walltown tomorrow?
Cherry Street Bridge.
I don't know, bro.
You're going to be at the overpass?
I'm going to be doing something. Follow us on the Facebook. Keep up with us. You don't know about it? Call somebody and axe on them. For real. Thanks everybody for joining us for this crazy week. Crazy week of Grown Man Record Night. We'll catch you next week for a brand new St. Patrick's Day episode. So stay up with us. For Jada Curbis and Steve Fever, I'm Mikey Bananas. We'll catch you next time on a brand new awesome episode of Grown Man Record Night.